That's what one gets, right?
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
The question is, are you going to help us?
Like you helped me over there. You like it when I do things for you, eh?
I'll tell you what. You help us, and I'll throw in a decent plate of food and a bed for the night. What do you say? This is Mary, who makes sure things happen around here the way they should.
Afternoon, Dad. You look tired. Gotta get some rest, yeah? But not before you've introduced me to him.
I'm Paul Miller.
And I'm Lindsay.
Let's do this, John.
Paul?
Johnny.
Thank you, Mary.
Paul, do you know where you're going?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I just asked where you were headed.
I have no idea.
That's interesting. If you don't know where you're headed, at least tell us where you're coming from.
I come from Pretoria.
And have you had enough of Pretoria?
Yes, I have.
And what...
Lindsay, I think I just knows that the less she says now, the less she regrets it later.
So do you live from one suitcase?
I also have a backpack.
Suitcase and backpack then?
How quickly you forget, Michelle. You also arrived here with only one suitcase. And look at your wardrobe now. So, or, seeing as you're undecided where you're going, you can't be too anxious to get there.
No, I'm not.
Do you drive?
Yeah.
You have a license?
Yes.
Well, then maybe we can do each other a favour. You see, I'm looking for a new chauffeur.
What?
Well, it's not hard work. We don't go out there much often. And you would be paid enough.
That's not what this is about.
Well, you've got to do something to earn some cash. Unless you're richer than you look. And sitting down for a while might be a good thing. I mean, this is as good a place as any.
Bernard, we know nothing about him. Sorry, we just don't know you.
Thank you for your concern, Johnny. But we also knew nothing about you when you started here. Now, Mary needs some help in the kitchen and around the house. So from now on, you will be her assistant. Is that clear? Good.
Come in.
Do you have a good pair of black shoes, or must we buy you some?
I have a pair.
That's good, as we don't know how long you will be staying.
You know, Mary, you're taking a big chance inviting a stranger like me into your house.
Mr. Bernard has good instincts. He believes in taking chances. But somebody has been taking too many.
Johnny?
Somebody has been paying too much attention to somebody else. You must make your bed yourself. I'm not a maid. Night then.
Good night.
Come here.
What does one say?
I suppose one says, please.
Well, if one knows what to say, then say it.
Please.
You've been a very, very bad boy down there in front of all those people.
I'm not convinced you're sorry enough.
I am sorry.
Will bad Bernard do it again?
No. Bad Bernard won't.
Unfortunately, we both know that bad Bernard is only capable of being bad.
Oh, God, you're so beautiful.
Come in. Okay, I'm coming. Good morning. Here you go. If you don't lose them in this pigsty. Yes, put them over there.
So, all this quiet must seem strange after Victoria.
I left Pretoria a few weeks ago. I don't miss the hustle and the bustle.
Well, I miss Cape Town. That's where we lived until about a year ago.
I assumed you'd been there your whole life.
No. Only after my dad decided it was time for some downsizing.
Downsizing? What, so he's not a farmer?
No, not anything but. He has people who do things for him. Everything.
What exactly is it that your father does?
Now there's a good question. He's a middleman. Someone wants to buy something, someone wants to sell something, he brings them together. And now you know as much as I do. I don't ask anymore.
I ask too many questions. Bad habit. I used to be a cop.
Oh, really? Why did you leave? Sorry.
Do you have anyone special in your life?
No, I'm not ready to be someone's former wife quite yet. But, you know, any guy after my dad. Big shoes to fill.
You didn't need to bring those through. I just put them down. Can we talk? You can talk? I don't know what you want me to say. Listen, my friend, it wasn't my intention to take your job, and chances are I'm probably not going to be here for very long. How's that, my friend? I'm here because I'm curious. I'm trying out the old man, not the other way around. This place doesn't work out for me, I'll fuck off. That's how it works. And that's your life philosophy? What do you want me to do with it? You can do with it whatever you want. Can I give you some free advice? Be careful around Michelle. I'm not interested. Is it? Some women are just trouble, no matter who you are. You think you're in charge, and then,
It's rather a humble setup, but it has a share of surprises.
The town or this place?
This place, where you can get anything under the sun.
Why don't you just tell him, Bernard? Then he'll also know what you're on about.
This is where the two of us met. And the waitress certainly wasn't the manager.
I didn't stay long enough to become the manager.
Ah, waiter. Pour that wine, my good man. Pour that wine.
I trust you enjoyed your meal, Mrs. Russell?
She's not my wife.
Oh, I apologize. Can I offer you guys some desserts?
But I never eat your dessert, which tastes like plastic.
Really, sir? You're welcome.
You know, Paul, people have wondered if there'd ever be another Mrs. Russell. As if I'd be so silly as to take another wife.
Why is that so silly, Bernard?
No, why make a fuss of taking something which you already have? And be forced to give up something else in the process.
What would you be giving away, Bernard? Money? I suppose so. It's always about money, isn't it? Paul, this is the exact same place where Bernard and I met. This very same table.
Really?
Well, yes.
He and his wife. Yes, he wasn't alone. She was with him. I was wondering, who could this impressive man and the attractive woman be? And then someone told me it's Bernard Russell. I'm at their table, and I'd better make sure I give them good service.
Michelle, I don't think our chauffeur needs to hear all these gory details.
They were dressed better than the other people. Conspicuously so. Of course, then, Bernard wasn't in his wheelchair yet. You know what struck me? People told me he was Bernard Russell. Nobody bothered to tell me her name. Later I found out that no one knew. She was only Mrs. Russell, who lived on that farm. And she didn't have much to say for herself.
Well, I mean, living on a farm like that, there's no reason to leave.
No, they said that Bernard Russell had bought ground here just to come and play. They had much more important things to do in Cape Town, things we simpletons just wouldn't understand.
My business affairs are of no concern to anyone.
Oh, absolutely not. People can be so curious.
Are you afraid someone's watching us? It's no harm in talking, is there?
I know, I'm just wondering if your father's going to be needing me anytime soon.
No, I'm sure he would have said. Besides, he usually rests in the afternoon. Just don't know if he gets any rest while she's there.
You really don't like Michelle, do you?
No, it's just... Well, I might have felt the same way about any other...
Potentially slightly older, evil stepmother.
No, there is absolutely no talk of me getting a stepmother quite yet. It's just my dad. He, well, you know what men are like. Any woman who knows what she's doing can make a man act like a pet monkey. And my dad, he's not as hard as you might think.
You really have absolutely no idea what your father does for a living, do you?
No, just what I told you, little man. Shell might know a bit more, but she would have asked by now, so.
I thought you said that your father was resting in today.
Yes, he is. It's just one of his acquaintances. I'm just gonna go see if they need anything. Mary can be a bit stuck up sometimes.
Are you having a drink with me? The important people are up there talking important stuff. How can one live in the Buland and not partake?
It was because of alcohol that you left the police service.
How would you know I was in the service? Didn't he tell you?
Nobody needed to tell me. I knew soon enough.
A lot of policemen had their hands on your thigh.
Many cops have come to feel.
Eyes and ears everywhere, hey?
But it's okay, I let you go. For now. Stars are really out tonight, aren't they? Times like this, I don't really miss the city. No, nothing else can make you feel so small and show you how little one can plan. Things happen whether you plan them or not, right? What's that saying? Man makes plans and God laughs? Something like that. Yeah, sometimes wonder about that. Has anyone told you about my mom? Well, we don't have any secrets here, so... It happened about 4 months ago. A month before my dad's accident on the stairs. So many things have happened since we've moved here. She was never diagnosed as suffering from depression. She wouldn't admit it. My dad, he also never really talked in that direction. Until the afternoon, in his study, he always kept a pistol in one of his drawers. Still does. I mean, how can you keep a pistol in the house if someone suffers from depression? But we did. And you must be wondering, why is this girl telling you a story? Everyone's story. And it doesn't help that I keep thinking about it anyway.
Sorry to keep you waiting, man of mystery. It's okay, Johnny. It's expected.
Morning, Paul.
Sure.
Mary. Mr. Burnett has a migraine. Don't worry, I've already given him something, but I suppose he'll stay in bed this morning. All morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, miss.
Well, if the boss won't be needing me, after breakfast, I think I'll go for a little walk.
Take flight in the dead of the night. Only ships lay away. I called on the darkest day. You swore you weren't afraid. Hold me when you pray. Don't look away. You swore you weren't afraid. Hold me when you pray. Don't look away. Take flight in the dead of the night. Only ships lay away. And I called on the darkest day. And you swore one of three. Throw me to the ocean. Roll me to the bay. Oh, and touch me in a dark cloud. Kiss me in the rain.
I know I'm supposed to feel cheap because I don't know you. But I don't. How did you end up here?
Sometimes it's better not to know too much.
I know that Bernard's got a lot of money.
You sound like a judgmental twat. You don't understand. Someone in my position has a short shelf life. The wheelchair helps a bit so you won't just stroll off. But that's how I would have reasoned before I discovered that I actually quite like him. Sometimes.
You don't love him.
Not the way I mean to.
So what is your full name?
What is this, an interrogation? Michelle Beth Coulson. Satisfied? I wish this moment could last. It's always the wrong one to do. What do you wish for?
For a new beginning. A new start for me.
What are you trying to get away from so badly?
Is it really that obvious?
It's that obvious. You haven't even started to unpack.
I haven't unpacked for 6 months.
Running away. From what?
His name was Mike, my partner. We'd been looking for this drug dealer for weeks. know what was going on with me at night. Maybe it was the place. You know, some places they're evil. It was my fault. It was me.
You can't blame yourself.
What's the point of being a cop if you can't even pull a weapon?
You can't keep running away forever.
I know.
Unless you've got a lot of money.
Paul Mullen. I don't believe it.
Hey, Sandra. I'm in the Boyland.
What are you doing there?
Yeah, I've started asking myself the same question.
So you're not calling to say you're coming back to me in the service?
Listen, somebody's trying to find out more about me than what they need to know. Could you do a data check for me?
Sure. What's his name?
John Philip Dan. Philip with 2 L's. D-U-N-N-E.
No, nothing. Which means either he's clean or we haven't caught him yet.
Okay. Listen, thanks for your trouble. Oh, wait. I can ask you one more favor. One more person.
This is really better than anything Mary's ever cooked up. If I wasn't...
Did you come down?
It'll take more than a migrant to keep me out of circulation.
I'll bring Mr. Bernard's food now.
Thank you, Mary. So, what's been happening?
I'm really glad you're feeling better, Dada, but I'm going to go into town. Do you need anything?
As if they've got anything you don't already have.
I can drive.
No, it's okay. You're not my chauffeur.
You can take it if you want.
No, it's fine.
I'm also glad you're feeling better.
Are you now?
Of course.
Okay, now her I can help you with. She's been a very busy girl, Michelle Beth Carlson. Okay, there's a record for housebreaking, drugs, and then she was a suspect in a murder case for a William Gomes. He was her lover and her mentor, a little bit older than her, and he supported her until the day he took a dive off a cliff. They brought her in for questioning, but she had an alibi. She was already with another man that night.
I worry about that girl.
I'm pretty sure she can take care of herself.
Some girls need looking after, and her father's always busy. Don't think I haven't noticed the way you are around each other.
You know, you can notice anything you want if your imagination's strong enough.
I might not have cared. It might be good for her, the attention. If only I could be sure.
Be sure about what?
That it's not all about the money for you as well.
What's going on?
Something terrible has happened. It's Lindsay.
It's my child. She's been taken.
What? Lindsay taken?
They just called a man. She will find a car near the hotel. The keys will be inside. It cost a fortune to get her back.
How much?
3.2 million.
3.2 million?
Fuck the money. I just want my child back.
We should phone the police.
Fucking well won't.
Did they say we shouldn't?
Any idiot knows you shouldn't.
Bernard,
I'm not calling them. You just do what he says, what they say. I talked about a we.
They're bluffing. I know this because I used to be a cop.
Is there anybody here who didn't know that already?
They have no reason to harm your daughter. What did they say about the handover?
Well, he said he'd call back. I'm going to think this through. Fuck knows what I'm going to say. Further instructions will follow, he said. Paul, you must take it.
Me? What the fuck does he know about me?
They know about everyone. But Michelle, I'm sorry, but you have to go with it.
What?
They want you to carry the cash.
What next?
So what is next, Johnny boy?
It's enough to drive you insane. Come in, Mary, help yourself. I've convinced her to have one of these every evening.
May I have one?
You know, Paul, strange that you come in here just be...
Whoa. You and I meeting. That was purely coincidence.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm glad you're here. It's just nice to have someone who's got the balls to go there and do whatever it is they want us to do. Johnny would have shut himself.
Yes, it's just a pity the idea is not that Paul goes alone.
Sorry for bringing you in.
In for a penny, in for 3.2 million?
I need to ask you something, Bernard.
Go ahead. Anything you want to say to me, you can say it right in the shop.
3.2 million. That's a very specific amount of money.
Come with me. Yesterday afternoon, I had a visitor. Well, a colleague, call him that. Ernesto Rodrigo. We've had some dealings.
Any of it legal?
Some. Mostly things people should know about. This time I didn't think it'd be any different.
Here's a 3.2 million you keep going on about.
See? Didn't kill you, now did it?
So how am I going to explain this?
I don't care how you explain. Now bugger off. Rodrigo's making it clear that it's him and that he wants it back. Well, I know it's him. I tried to call him this afternoon, the fucker didn't answer. So, I want you to take this.
No, thanks.
Fuck's sake, Paul, I'm not asking you to kill the arsehole. I can have that done later. What happens if it all goes wrong and you're unarmed? How are you going to protect the girls? I'm asking you, Paul, please. Take it.
Johnny, please turn to Bernard. He's waiting for them to call.
Have you had any sleep?
Doesn't matter.
Of course it matters.
You're not the only one who's afraid of weapons. You scare me to death.
What are you talking about?
Yes?
You could have said no. You didn't have to come with.
You do realize how much money is on the back seat.
We have to do the right thing. It's gonna be okay.
Hello? Brought the money.
There's no one here.
Look at me, look at me. Look at me.
We're okay.
Bernard wants to see us all in the sitting room. I presume you're sufficiently pleased with yourself, Mr. Hero?
That's what you think this is about. Do us.
Anyway. Now you're his right hand. The one that he wipes his ass with.
When was the last time someone gave you a fat lip?
I am so grateful to have all of us here. Especially you, my child.
My dada.
Things could turn out so differently. But not for you, Paul. And you, Michelle. First of all, let's put all this unpleasantness behind.
Somebody died today.
It's not bothering anyone now. Anyway, someone will come across that bastard's body at some stage, other. Who cares?
That's not how it works.
Anyway, now on to more pleasant things. I have my child back, which is as it should be, and I have you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Michelle. 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 Would you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
What?
I'm asking you to marry me, sweetheart.
Yes.
We must celebrate.
Let's get the champagne. I'll show you where it's kept.
I know where it is.
I feel... Oh, I don't know how I feel. We should, all go out tonight. Celebrate, just the four of us.
We can do that right here.
No, Dada, please, not after news like this. My treat. I insist.
Been able to say no to you.
Excuse me.
You're snooping on half the people there. Sounds to me like you're ready to rejoin the force. Ernesto Rodrigo. Okay, do you want the good news or the bad news?
With you, Sandra, it's always the good news and the bad news.
Okay, well, there's a lot on him. He's not exactly been Mummy's best boy, but he's out of your reach, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
Well, your friend Rodrigo got arrested.
When? Recently?
Very recently. As in yesterday evening.
Yesterday evening?
He's in for money laundering and money from organized crime. And it looks like his bail hearing is tomorrow. Paul? Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. I have to go. I'll call you back.
Did I interrupt you?
No, not at all.
I just came to say that Dad isn't really feeling too well. Must be all of the excitement. Should have seen it coming. Another one of his migraines.
Really?
Yes, and I think I should also not go out tonight. I think I should stay here with him, but you and Michelle should still go.
No, it's not a good idea.
Sure you can. Dad also thinks it's a good idea. And I've already booked the table, 7:30. Mary's also got the evening off, so you and Michelle deserve an evening off duty. Please, just let me do that for you.
What about you? You gonna be okay?
I'm good. I'm home now. Okay? And that Rodrigo man won't be so stupid as to try anything again?
No.
Come on. Say yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay, are you sure about this?
Yes, please. Go enjoy yourselves. My dad and I need a bit of alone time, and it gives you and Paul a chance to speak.
Well, we don't really have much
Just get to know him. Tell me what you think.
You've got plans.
Let's just say I hope he'll stay here for a while. Would you do me a favor? I want to go attend to that dear old father of mine. He will get out of bed and come sit down here with me. But would you mind taking this to Mary? Just before she has to come pour one for herself.
Of course.
So, what's bothering you?
Nothing.
Come on, spit it out.
There's two things that are bothering me. The first thing is that the man that you shot this morning was not Ernesto Rodrigo.
It was a helper, someone who was working with him.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't think Ernesto Rodrigo had anything to do with it. He was arrested the day before any of this went down. I spoke to a colleague of mine.
Okay, maybe he set it all in motion, and when he got arrested, the help continued with it.
as possible.
So what's the other thing?
You said yes.
What else could I do?
What's that supposed to be?
You know how I feel. No man can be that dense.
I also know how you feel about money.
If I had to choose yesterday, I might have made the wrong choice, like so often in the past.
We have to make a decision tonight. We can't do it at the house.
I wanted to be with you.
You sure about that? I'm used to moving on, Michelle. I don't think you can.
Okay. Does came in. I had everything planned so well, but for a long time I was also used to moving on. And now I want to do that with you.
Yes.
You're still awake. Of course I'm still awake, Michelle. Paul, are you going to have a nightcap with me?
No, thanks. I've had enough to drink. I'm going to go up to bed.
No, please. I insist. Drink with my savior. Besides, I have something I want to discuss with you.
Okay.
Night, Michelle. It's best if you go up quietly and don't turn the lights on.
Good night. Both of you.
Thank you. For tonight.
Things have changed since you got here, Paul. And I really feel like I've gotten to know you. Or maybe I just don't know enough men.
Well, that's a shame for all the young men in this area.
Well, that is the right answer. But maybe the men around here aren't exactly what I had in mind.
Bernard, some of my things aren't here. Did you take them? Bernard?
You know what I'm on about. I'm not going to hint anymore.
Don't do this.
You've only had eyes for her since the day you got here.
Well, if you knew that, one. Why are you doing this?
Well, maybe I have a head for business like my dad. Or maybe I'm just being realistic. One can't have everything, but you can have enough. And you, Paul, must look out for your own interests. Look, I'm going to put this plainly. I'm going to inherit a lot of money. Probably sooner than you think. I'm not making you a bad offer, Paul.
Lindsay, this is not what love is about.
It's exactly what love is about. You either take what you want or you buy it.
You've inherited too many of your father's bad habits.
I may have, but be that as it may, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Bernard. Now that is the wrong answer.
What the hell are you doing? Michelle! What the fuck is going on?
You took your time joining us.
Lindsay?
It's a long story, Paul, but we have time. Mary won't be joining us this evening. She's taking something a little stronger than brandy. We shall sort it out. Do you know why you gave us something to sleep, Michelle? Because you wanted to steal this. And that brings us to the person responsible for all of us being here this evening.
Lindsay.
Your chance to speak is long gone.
But child.
Don't you, my child, me. You were supposed to bite the dust a long time ago, Dada. That day when you took your little spill.
But tell me why.
Why? You know why. Because of her. It's not too late to stop.
Lindsay, please. I don't know what you've done to your dad, but just let us go ahead. We won't say anything to anyone, I promise.
You're already planning to leave, Paul.
And I.
It was so much money.
Here's the 3.2 million you keep going on about.
You see? It didn't kill you, now did it? Now bugger off.
There was a chance you'd see that the bomb wasn't all that great, but obviously you weren't an explosions expert while you were a policeman. Do you know how easy it is to get a helper if you want to do anything vaguely criminal? We live in a country where you can hire anyone for anything. I should really thank Johnny for that. It was one of his old friends. Someone who knew enough about bombs to make it look real, set the scene, and when the time was right, I could activate it myself. You know, Paul, if you had cut that green wire instead of red, then absolutely nothing would have happened. You would have also made the right choice. But you were supposed to take the money that day. And I would have escaped and come back here. And that would have been the first of his punishments. The fact that Michelle had run away with you. All on her own. The guy wasn't supposed to try and steal the bag. And you were supposed to shoot him. Now, Paul, I have a little task for you.
What the fuck do you want with me? You seem to be doing just fine on your own.
No. Sometimes you do need a helper. Like Johnny over here. He's very loyal. If it's to me or the money he'll be getting, doesn't really matter, does it? But here's what people will think happened. You and Paul knew about the money and you wanted to steal it. And Johnny and I woke up from the noise, but we were too late. My dad tried to stop you, but you shot him.
There you go, Mr. Hero.
You're out of your fucking mind.
That's debatable. Take it.
Your story's not gonna wash, Lindsay. If your dad was trying to stop us, how are you gonna explain me shooting him with that gun?
You took it from him, that's all. Now either you shoot him or I shoot her. Looks to me like you need a little bit of convincing, Paul.
Please. Don't do this, you're gonna regret it.
No police psychology for me, thanks. But let me make it easier for you, Paul. Let me tell you what kind of man is lying there. That day. So now you know, Paul. Do what you have to do. 1. 2. Paul, you need to stop me, remember?
I can't do it, Michelle. I can't do it.
Obviously things aren't working out the way they were supposed to. But that's life. Go. Take the bag. Go. Stuff's already packed. And Paul, you should get that wound looked at. The bullet is from this revolver. It'll be found in his hand. Now, since you don't want to see what happens next, I suggest you leave.
But Lindsay.
No. Maybe it's best if I do it. For her.
Gonna get you to water. Paul! Paul! Look at me! Look at me! Shit. Paul! Look at me. Breathe. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Do you remember what you wished for?
Fresh start.
This is it. This is only a beginning.
As fugitives.
I love you.